Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on this unusual fast-paced motion of planet Jupiter. It is very unusual for Jupiter to be covering so many zodiac signs, and the way the whole world order is changing, rules and regulations are being violated internationally. So knowing the importance of this ATICHARI, unusually fast motion of the planet Jupiter, its impact on the world in our personal life will become very important. And as you know, friends, like the topics which I generally select for my videos, it's always aligned with like the planetary vibration. So it's the time of the Thursday when I'm recording this video, and like transiting moon is also going to be very soon, the same day only going to get conjunct with the planet Jupiter. So I thought there is so much of the vibe of the Jupiter today. Let's have our discussion on this topic only. So friends, I have divided this whole discussion, this video into three parts. First, we will try to look at the general interpretation of the Atichari Jupiter, its meaning. We will try to briefly look at its global international impact, and then we will try to look at customized to all the rising signs in which dignity, which way it is going to be the Guru Kripa, the blessing and grace of the Kripa of the Guru of the Jupiter is going to be influencing you, blessing you. So, friends, before we will start our discussion, first we will like do the prayers as well. So, the very first prayer has to be done in order to invoke the blessing of the Lord Ganesha. So, Om Vakratun Mahakaya Suryakoti Samprabha Nirvighnam Kurumadeva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. We will also invoke and pray to the Brihaspati Devata, Guru Devata as well. So, Om Gram Greem Grom Saha Guruve Namah. Om Brihaspate Vidmahe Divya Dehai Dhimahi Tanno Guru Prachodhyat. So, okay, friends, now the very first thing is like about what the Atichari Jupiter means. What could be the like the Jyotish logic for that? So, like the way I have been saying this thing that Atichari, which can be translated in English as very fast, accelerated movement, is generally used when a graha is moving unusually fast compared to its normal pace. So, its sign stay becomes shorter and more compressed. A classical style, the way many tradition explain why planets become fast or slow is by their position from the sun. Like for example, if it is very fast when placed in certain houses from the sun. So, and some modern summaries explicitly link Jupiter's very fast state to being around the 11th or 12th from the sun, like referencing the Ratnakar style reasoning. But friends, again, the classical interpretive rule for this could be Atichari or Vakri is very simple. There's a commonly cited rule attributed to the Prashari style teaching that when a planet goes Atichari and later becomes retrograde, it can deliver effects of the previous Rashi as well, like the Purva Rashi Phalam. And friends, you will definitely see in this period from 2025 till 2032, you will repeatedly see double results. The sign Jupiter entered and the sign it returns to during the retrograde. Now, friends, when we look at the, like, for example, the timelines, I got it from the Drik Panchang. So you can see over here, like, even in the 2020, six friends, Jupiter is going to be like it started the year with being in the Gemini, then it is going to be entering the Cancer sign. Within the same year, it will enter the Leo sign. So that means you can definitely see the motion of the Jupiter is so visible that it is in such a fast paced motion. So again friends, the whole discussion is designed in the lines that wheresoever this axis is falling in your chart, Gemini till Sagittarius, so these houses will see rapid progress based on your rising sign. This is what the gist of this discussion is. And I always say, friends, when it comes down to Jupiter, it's like Jupiter gives things with ease and grace. Let me tell you, the major portion of my life, like because my birth nakshatra is Sadbisha, I started with the Rahu Dasha, which was filled with a lot of unusual experiences. In the Jupiter Dasha, Jupiter actually spoiled me because you know that even if you're like not very serious, you're making mistakes. Still, life keeps on giving you lucky breaks, opportunities. Life never comes to a standstill. But the minute I started Saturn Dasha, because Jupiter and the blessing and the grace might have spoiled me, but Saturn fixed it. So the point which I'm trying to say over here is that Jupiter and Jupiter's result giving style is entirely different, with lot of ease and grace. And people who end up being at the right place at the right time, they prosper very rapidly in a very short span of time. So blessing, grace, you call it kripa, plays a very very significant role. So yes friends, this is what the brief summary is. I actually got it from the Drik Panchang. So yeah, so 2029 Virgo, then Libra, then Scorpio, then back to Libra. All these are the dates if you want to actually note it down. So it's for your reference. Okay, friends. Now let's move forward to that this point about like what Atichari Jupiter indicates for the world, mundane Jyotish. Because again, whether you are like Donald Trump supporter or not, that is entirely a different case. But yes, his tenure has just started, and we still have couple of more years to deal with the unpredictability, the way the whole world order is changing. So I mean to say, I can definitely correlate it with the planet Saturn, because whenever Saturn is in the like in the Pisces sign in the original Kal Purush Kundli, it is the 12th house energy. That means the countries start closing down their borders, and the loyalty gets tested, because even the houses and the zodiac sign which Saturn give its aspect from the Pisces. So somehow finance, tariff, like if Saturn is going to give its aspect to the Taurus, what else can you expect? So all that things generally happen. And Jupiter also, whatever Saturn is going to be restricting, Jupiter is going to be implementing it very fast. Rules, laws, regulation will be changing in a very rapid lightning kind of speed. So friends, in short, when Jupiter, which represents dharma, law, like it represents all the teachers, ideology, big institution, finance, ethics, it moves unusually fast. The global signature often looks like, for example, the core world indicators could be, for example, the policy whiplash, big announcements. Then there could be reversal as well, because there is going to be Atichari and then there is going to be the retro theme as well. There might be information overload as well, rapid growth of narratives, truth wars, and education, AI, media expansion. Because obviously the whole Atichari motion started first from the Gemini sign, right? Fast economic cycles like optimism, speculation, correction. So Jupiter accelerates the sentiment of people. Institutional reforms like for the courts, universities, religion, religious ideology, restructure, because that is typically the Jupiter domain, right? Health and the tech speed up, like medical solution will appear quickly when crises arise, a frequent interpretive theme in the modern Atichari discussion. So I'm sure you would be wondering that when it happened last time, like the historical influence of that. So see, some Vedic astrology commentators claim like a similar prolonged accelerated Jupiter occurred around the World War II, and they also mention like a 2019-2021 period, like a fast Jupiter phase around the COVID era as well. So I would say that treat this as a astrological correlation, not just a proof of the causality. Okay, friends, now let's dive into the discussion, the part, the section, which I'm sure you'd be very interested in. And like the way I mentioned this thing, that based on your rising sign, I will be somehow giving my focus and attention the axis of the from Gemini till Sagittarius, where it is falling in your chart, and what kind of role Jupiter plays for you, right? So let's start first with the Aries natives, Aries Lagna. So friends, for the Aries Lagna, like I would say that there is going to be fast gains which can happen through skills, communication, or this could be the side hustle as well, because this whole thing started from the Gemini domain, which happened to be your third house. Second thing is that, friends, Jupiter is a very good planet for you. There is no doubt about this, the kind of role which Jupiter plays for you. And also, the thing over here is that Saturn somehow is also transiting in the zodiac sign being ruled by the Jupiter. So that means Jupiter is right now also the dispositor of Saturn as well. So I would say that if you have anything in connection with the domain of the communication, social media, we say crusade, activism, futuristic kind of tech. You work in the real estate, fourth house domain, fifth house education, coaching, sixth house medical equipments, eighth house research. So all these areas are going to be showcasing and witnessing rapid kind of development and progress. And friends, I would say that the kind of alignment and the scenario which Aries Lagna right now are, I would say don't get too bogged down by the results, because your 10th and 11th lord is already transiting in the 12th house of expenses and surrender. So if you are a kind of person who get very much aligned, you always start doing the pros and cons of your actions and the cause and effect and returns on your efforts. This is not the right approach, because just keep on doing the best work and the result will come for sure. So I would say that the way I mentioned, fast gains through skills, communication, side hustle, typical Gemini phase. Family home decision will speed up and then revise. So it's a very good time for people who are like want to buy a house, their first dream home, get married, plan a child. So very good energy for that. So friends, and especially from 2029 till 2031, it will push the partnership and contracts to mature very quickly, because then Jupiter is going to be transiting from the Libra, Scorpio, and the Sagittarius axis as well. So yes, friends, that's all what I have to say for the Aries Lagna, friends. So try to make the best use out of this like 7 years Atichari motion. And Jupiter is all there to give the blessing. But yes, you have to follow the dharma. Jupiter can only be pleased through dharma, righteous actions. Let's move forward to our Taurus friends. So, friends, for the Taurus, because in your case, Jupiter will start its journey from your second house, and it will finish off its journey in your eighth house. So that means the money decision will accelerate in this phase, like new income channels, but also quick spending traps will also be there because of the typical Gemini energy. From 2026 till 2027, a stronger focus on the property, vehicle, and the family logistics. Now, whether you're working as a professional realtor, you want to buy your first property, first house, stars are going to be very supportive when Jupiter is going to be transiting from from the Cancer, which happened to be your third house, and then the Leo, your fourth house domain, and 2030 till 2031. So those are going to be the years where relationship collaboration becomes the growth engine for you. So friends, I would say that if you are in a public domain, you are a realtor, or in any capacity you are an entrepreneur, you couldn't have a better transit of Jupiter like this. See, friends, in your case, beyond any doubt, Jupiter is not a very good planet for you when we talk about the purity of the dharma. But when we talk about the material gains, especially where ethics, virtues hardly matters, gains, luxury, comfort, expansion, Jupiter has the capability to give you that because of its the rulership which it has over your like 11th house, the highest house of the popularity, wish fulfillment, all sort of titles, and the 8th house as well. So because of the rulership of the 8th house, it becomes slightly malefic, and generally the maleficence comes that it can harm the living signification. Let me be very honest, it can harm the living signification, where in the third house, the relationship with the siblings, in the fifth house, children related matters could be a matter of concern. So the jeev karak signification could suffer, dharma might suffer. But let me be very honest with you, material wealth, it still hold this capacity to give you in abundance. Okay, friends, let's move forward to the Gemini. Okay, I do not know where I got this Ashwini Kumar kind of picture. I wanted some other picture for Gemini, but okay, let's stick to the Gemini. So, friends, in your case, this whole journey of the Jupiter is going to be starting from your first house and finishing off in your seventh house. A very good axis. We say that if the whole chart needs to be divided in two parts, so that means the left side will talk more about your like inputs, efforts, where we say that all the hard work which you are doing, all the domestic life or like family life related responsibilities are generally seen from this axis, and the right side of the chart governs more the outdoor kind of life. So friends, in your case, this is a major identity upgrade cycle for you. Jupiter entering your sign, it entered in May 2025. It has already been there for a while now. On March 10th, 11th, it will be direct again. So it is a best period, 7 year period for you for learning, teaching, writing, and the business expansion. The caution for you is that just refrain from over promising. Atichari makes you move very fast, and retro makes you like edit or like retrospect. And the Kendrapati dosh also gets formed for the Gemini and the Virgo people as well. So all what I can say, friends, this transit of planet Jupiter, this Atichari motion, and the thing is, see, you have to see the synchronicity as well. When we talk about the quickness, so Aries natives, Gemini natives, these are the most quick people in the whole zodiac belt. They don't waste time in thinking, contemplating, planning, or like far-sighted vision. Aries are very quick, Gemini are also very quick. So I mean to say, like the kind of rulership which Jupiter has, it hold this capacity to give you financial abundance, success in your entrepreneur ventures, any of the political ambition you have, you are working as a realtor, you want to launch, release your first book, it's going to be a very very supportive time. Now, friends, let's move forward. Now, when we talk about for the Cancer natives, so friends, for the Cancer, because Jupiter will start its journey from your 12th house and will finish off its journey in your 6th house. So, friends, to begin with, the Cancer activation will repeat from October 2025, like because it briefly entered there, then it gotten back to the Gemini, and in June 2026, again it is going to be back over here. So that means in your zodiac sign, Jupiter is retrograding and coming back. It means some of the lost opportunity will be reclaimed again. Friends, in your case, Jupiter has got very good house ownership. Not only it rules your like ninth house, but it also rules your sixth house as well. That means luck, blessing, and grace plays a very significant role in overcoming any of the challenges, problems, obstacles in the life. So only if a Cancer person is going to be very devout uh, towards his religious austerities, he can withstand, he can handle, he can counter any of the problems of the life. So friends, the big theme of this Atichari motion of the planet Jupiter for you is going to be healing, home, family karma, emotional security, but with proper revision, because in the same fast motion Jupiter is going to be turning retrograde as well, and it is very great for the property, settling down. Like if you have been lacking that stability in the life, this could be in the career, this could be in the family life, so this can happen in this phase. So especially like after the retro back and forth stabilizes, it is going to be very good for you, especially for your settlement, for your security, for your stability. So the big theme for you is because the Atichari motion has started from the 12th house, so that being a healer, or this could be the foreign settlement cycle, has already started. Jupiter has already started that cycle for you. So best of luck, Cancer natives. Now, when we talk about the Leo natives, so Leo natives are actually roaring a lot right now as well. Too many planets transiting over here, Mars, Sun. So let's see what is happening for you. So friends, in your case, the Atichari motion of the planet Jupiter has started from your 11th house, and it will end in your 5th house. So friends, so Leo is actually getting a double push, like October 2026, then again on June 2027, plus a retrograde return in the February Feb 2028. So it means Jupiter is like passing, coming back, coming again in your zodiac sign, which is a very, very good news, because the kind of houses which Jupiter rules, especially friends, your Vivek, your Buddhi, your Mantra Sadhana, your Pur Punya is governed by the planet Jupiter, and it is in a state to give you good result. Again friends, we cannot overlook this fact that all those people who are like talking about, like, that Saturn right now is transiting in the Pisces sign. So you have to understand that if Saturn is in the Pisces, Jupiter is the dispositor of that. So it's the Jupiter which is deciding the final result, the final nod or the final signature on the sheet, on the court notice order which Saturn would have created for you. It's the Jupiter who will put his final signature, final nod. So that means, please Jupiter, do the remedies for Jupiter, be devout, be religious, and Jupiter will safeguard you. It will safeguard your interest. So friends, the general theme for you is going to be of, like, strong visibility, leadership role, like ascension to the leadership role, and having that creative authority in these 7 years. So it can actually settle you in your field. And you have to be cautious around the like ego-led decision, that too especially taken too fast. So always review before locking. But again friends, nothing would be better than this. It's a very, very like supportive 7 years for the Leo natives, especially for ascension to power and having that creative authority, and securing or investing in a safe and sound career. And because Leo wants to be the leader, they wants to have all the limelight, visibility. So being in a profession, being in a field where you are the face, where you are the person who is like the decision maker, that kind of authority, that kind of autonomy, that's what I'm seeing for the Leo natives. Now friends, when we talk about the Virgo natives, so for the Virgo, so friends, in your case, Jupiter is going to be starting its Atichari journey from your like 10th house, finishing off in your 4th house. So that means Virgo becomes a big result sign in this phase, especially November 2027. Then again on July 2028, when Jupiter will again enter back in the Virgo, and a retro return March 2029. So that means it is going back forth, come again in the Virgo. So the theme for you of this 7 years Atichari unusual fast motion of the planet Jupiter for you is career structure. It will lay foundation to a very strong and sound career. It might end up making you a brand as well. And especially like when we talk about the general theme like career restructuring, stability, service, if you are inclined towards that, health discipline, and a proper system will come in your life, like where things are in a proper auto mode now you don't have to worry about the nitty gritty. You have laid a proper structure and foundation to a system where you are currently operating. So the best use for you is build routines that survive the chaos. That's all what I can say, because we know that for the Virgo, Gemini, the Kendrapati dosh also gets formed because of the Jupiter. So yeah, we have to take that with a pinch of salt. But yes, this journey of the Jupiter, friends, from your 10th to the 10th house to the 4th house is a time where career, settlement, charity, family life, stability, all that can happen. Jupiter is in a capacity to grant you all of that. Like the way I've been saying this thing, Jupiter right now is the dispositor of the Saturn as well. Whatever is breaking down in your life, it is only happening because of the permission given by the Jupiter. And blessing and grace will actually play a very pivotal role for making your brand in this phase, in these 7 years. Friends, when we talk about the Libra, so friends, for the Libra Lagna natives, it is a major turning point. December 2028 when Jupiter will enter your sign. Then again on August 2029. So and a retro return back in the May 2030. So Jupiter in this Atichari motion is spending a lot of the time in your zodiac sign as well. Jupiter has started its journey of the Atichari motion from 2025. That 7 year cycle has started from your 9th house and it will finish in your 3rd house. That means, friends, the general theme which I can see for you is of the marriage, of alliances, of diplomacy, positive legal outcomes, and a reinforced public image. So, and the general sign of caution which I can recommend you is just avoid the rushed commitments. Like, because Atichari can rush destiny, but retro will again make you retrospected. So, but again, friends, because luck is going to be playing a very important significant role in these 7 years for you, because the cycle with Jupiter has started, and we know that, like, ninth house, 10th house, 11th house, all these are the houses which governs our outdoor life, our career endeavors. So I mean to say, in all these areas, all what is expected out of you is follow ethics, follow righteousness, follow the fairness, and the guru in itself will bless you, will protect you, will show you the path. Because friends, you don't find people, being confused regarding their direction of the life, when the confusion, like, confusion never comes from the second, third, fourth. It majorly comes from the ninth, 10th, 11th. Okay, what is my dharma? What career shall I pursue? Most of the time people are more worried. Okay, the concern could be, confusion could be for the marriage, for children, for the family, could be there. But if I were to give it a percentage, most of the people are confused regarding their career, regarding their income, regarding their gains. So I mean to say, all these are the areas in that fast paced motion. Jupiter is like, like a guru who is holding your hand, holding your finger, and showing you the path. So yes, friends, that's all what I can say, the theme which I can churn out for the Libra. Now friends, when we talk about the Scorpions, so friends, for the Scorpions, it becomes intense because Jupiter will come to your sign like around in 2030. Like January, it will enter, retrograde, return, then re entry. But the general theme for you, because of the Jupiter's transit, starting from your like eighth house, finishing off in the second house. That means the Atichari, that cycle of 7 years, has started first from the eighth house. So deep transformation. Finance and the taxes will be a theme. Many people will be eligible for the inheritance as well. Like those who are like very much like invested in research, scientific work, they can actually hit a gold mine during this time. And secrets, like this could be a case that you might have access to something which is very secretive, hidden, or your secrets might be out there on the public, like, interest and knowledge, and it is suddenly being out there. Everyone is like talking about it. So yes, this is what the general theme in these 7 years for you. Like all the eighth house energy of transformation, ninth house of travel, 10th house of career, 11th house of income, being in the right path, foreign settlement, travels, charity, finding your own like place in the society, your personalized dharma, your self development. It is, these all are the areas which Jupiter will govern for you. And like the way, friends, it's not only that Jupiter is in a fast paced motion, Jupiter is also the dispositor of the Saturn as well. So that means whatever Saturn is doing right now, being transiting in your fifth house, your buddhi, your vivek. So Jupiter is also having a final say over there as well. What kind of thoughts are instilling in your mind right now? Like whatever, like austerity or like education, new form of learning you are interested in pursuing right now, the final result will be delivered only because of the permission of the planet Jupiter as well. So yes, friends, all what I can say, the best theme for you and the theme which I can carved out for you, good or bad, depends on the dignity of your planets and the running dasha in this phase. But the theme for you is of deep transformation, finance, taxes, inheritance, secrets, and research. The best use for you is cut the dead weight, clean the debt, and like, be very structured, organized with your health protocols, and build that inner power through that ojas, through meditation, through austerities. Now, friends, when we talk about the Sagittarius, so friends, for the Sagittarius, it is going to be a very grand payoff. Jupiter enters your own sign. It will happen in 2031. But with a retro return and re-entry, it is going to be very karmic. So that means the whole Atichari journey of the planet Jupiter for you has started from the seventh house and will finish over your first house. That means all the opportunities Jupiter is already collecting, amassing from the outside world, from other people, and it is going through all that churning, and luck is also playing a very pivotal role. The guidance you are getting from your ancestors, from your gurus, is playing a very significant role. Career accomplishment, establishing yourself in your field, in your line of work. So all these areas are going to be governed and looked by, controlled, monitored by Jupiter in these 7 years. So the general theme for the Sagittarius native is of dharma, finding your dharma, teaching, right set of guidance, pilgrimage, enhancement of your reputation, and purpose driven expansion. And this is the period, friends, where the fast Jupiter becomes most constructive if your foundation is ready. So if your foundation is ready, Jupiter hold this capacity in these 7 years, give you the result of past so many years of your hard work. It can give you through those opportunities, those lucky break, and right set of people like supporting you. All of that is possible. Friends, when we talk about the Capricorn, so friends, for the Capricorn, because Jupiter will start its Atichari motion, that 7 year cycle of unusual fast paced motion. It all has started in 2025 from your fifth house. That cycle has started, and it will I'm sorry, it has started from your sixth house. The Gemini sign falls in your sixth house. So it has started from the sixth house, and it will finish off in your 12th house. So, friends, the highlight or the theme for you is going to be career, and your responsibility will get tested by rapid shift in the alliances. Health routines will become the wealth key for you during this time, because Virgo is also getting emphasized during this time. And all what I can say, don't fight the change, use a proper structure to ride it. Like, how you can like capitalize on it, like the way a lot of the people complain about the COVID-19, that COVID came, their business got affected, and there have been those businesses who actually became richer during the time of the COVID. So I mean to say, you don't have to resist or fight the change. Use proper structure, come up with a proper plan to ride it, to capitalize on it. So yes, friends, career is your highlight. If you are a service professional, you are a nurse, you are a pharmacist, you are like a healer, you are a psychic. It's a very good time for you to establish yourself. You're trying to settle yourself in a foreign land. This is the time for you. So yes, the highlight for you with this journey of the planet Jupiter, which will start these 7 years of the unusual fast motion, which has started from your sixth house, which will end in your 12th house. Let's say, for example, so much is happening in the world. Even if you are crusading or spearheading any activism, any kind of protest, kind of any resistance group you're handling. So you never know, by the end of this period, you might be anointed as a leader, or some political leadership will come to you. Again, friends, Saturn, your ascendant lord, is transiting in the Pisces, but the dispositor of that is Jupiter, because Saturn is in the sign of the Jupiter. So that means Jupiter will have the final, not final confirmation to even give the result of the Saturn as well. So Jupiter is in a good state, friends, and try to capitalize, make the best use out of it. That's all what I can say. Career is the highlight, service is the highlight, proper structure in the life is the highlight, and change and transformation. Friends, when we talk about the Aquarians, so friends, for the Aquarians, all what I can say, friends, for you, because Jupiter will start its journey, Atichari journey, which has already started from your fifth house. That 7 year cycle has already started from your fifth house, and it is going to get finished in your 11th house. That reminds me, when this presidential election debate and campaigning was happening, I guess in America, Kamala Harris said this thing: "Oh, don't vote for him. He has a plan of Project 2025. It will come." And it actually came now, whatever change and transformation is happening. So, yeah, friends, all what I can say in your case for the Aquarians, like the journey of the Jupiter will start from your fifth house, and it will finish off in your 11th house, right? So that means innovation cycle will speed up for you because of the strong Gemini, Libra, air emphasis. So innovation, this is going to be the time of innovation for you. New form of, like, knowledge, learning, and like utilizing it in your line of work. So very great time these 7 years, like a very great time for the content creator, people who deal with the community related matters, who are connected with the tech, futuristic tech, and like networks. Just avoid the scattered focus. Whatever you are doing, just be very wholeheartedly concentrated at it. And please don't let anyone say that Jupiter is not a good planet for you. Jupiter is the Jeev Karaka. See, it's not as good as of a planet for you that Mercury or Venus or Saturn could be, or Rahu could be. But even Jupiter hold this key to give you wealth, give you opportunities. So I mean to say, yes, friends, 2031 and 32 is going to be the time when you will feel that this phase will start pushing belief system and long term direction very strongly for you. And when I see this period, I'm also taking into consideration the journey of the Saturn as well. But Jupiter right now is the dispositor of the Saturn as well. That means Jupiter hold this key to give you rapid advancement, rapid progress. So something which other people take years to build, you can build that in 7 years. That's all what I can say. Especially if you are a content creator associated with politics, community work, tech, network, activism, it's going to be a good time for you. Just don't lack the focus. Focus has to be there. Lastly, friends, when we talk about the Pisces sign. So, friends, for the Pisces, Jupiter will start its journey from your like that Atichari journey has started from your fourth house and it will finish in your 10th house. So that means the home and the family karma gets activated. It has already activated for you. So the spiritual growth will accelerate for you in these 7 years, but it demands you to live a very simple life. Because Saturn is also right now transiting in your first house, right? So, and I can assure you, friends, by 2031, purpose and teaching energy will rise for you. Typical Sagittarius influence. So, the cycle which has started for you, like even if you want to start any business from your home, you have an expertise in a specific field. Now, you want to start a podcast of that, you want to start teaching about that. Jupiter journey of this Atichari motion started first from your fourth house. You could be a good realtor as well in this period of time if your overall chart supports that. So for like a lot of the times we come across those entrepreneurs, just a small business idea, they started out of their garage, they started out of their home, and they build it into a brand. That is the kind of potential. See, Jupiter is your ascendant lord. It is the dispositor right now of the Saturn as well. That means a lot it can give it to you. That's all what I can say. So, and especially for the spirituality, spiritual growth, Saturn is the chief significator of spirituality. And your zodiac sign, your aura, your energy in itself represents all of that. So that means all of that can happen. But yes, home family karma will get activated for you. It has already started for you. The home life, family life, and all. And yes, whatever you will be starting right now, just do a proper contemplation of that in the past couple of months, right now as well. Are there any ideas which are coming to your mind that, okay, let me start this business from my home, let me start this with my husband? And it might be a kind of a sign or a omen only for you. So, friends, in short, like at the end, all what I want to say, because we have reached the end of our this discussion. So, the way I designed this whole thing, right? So, because if you have to understand Jupiter's journey starting from the Gemini till Sagittarius in this unusually fast-paced motion. So, Jupiter being in Gemini has more to do with the information, AI, media booms, propaganda cycle, education reform, trade agreement, written fast, then revised very fast. Jupiter being in Cancer, food security, migration, emotional nationalism, housing property cycle, homeland politics. You will see a lot of that. Just wait Jupiter to enter in the Cancer in the month of the June this year. You will see that. Jupiter in Leo, leadership cult, celebrity politics, military pride narratives, regime legitimacy issues will happen. Jupiter in Virgo, public health will not be debated around this time. And the government, the action which they will take, they will be forced to take rapid action because Jupiter is fast, right? It will not wait for it. The rules, regulation, law will be formed very fast. Jupiter in the So yeah, Jupiter Virgo has to do with the public health system, supply chain, medicine, data governance. Jupiter in the Libra, friends, like treaties, court, alliances, arbitrator, legal rebalancing. Scorpio with banking, credit cycle, shadow diplomacy, intelligence operation. And Sagittarius, we know that ideological blocks like religion, philosophy, resurgence, global education agenda, and geopolitics framed as dharma, like, make this country great, our race is the great, all those kind of things will come to the front. So, yes, friends, this is something which I wanted to say. I hope you found this video informational. And for further more updates and notification, you know what you have to do. Thanks a lot.